Now, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted...
Don't trust the mainstream media. They'll make your teeth itch. Alex Belfield's voice of reason.
Here, a message to the mental trolls. Do one. Clear off. We don't want no noncy types here. Medicated mental frog-face imbeciles. You are not welcome. This is a private party. Now leave me be. Thank you. Now, where was I? How do, Chunky? I've been waiting to say that for nearly 3 years. This is the voice of reason, and my name is Alex Belfield, and we are still here, despite all the efforts of the dark forces and those nasty, pesky mafia at Nottingham Police who wanted to shushy me. They thought I'd be dead by now. They thought I'd topped myself in the pokey. Well, no, I was in the Huskar writing 6 books. I've got the most amazing stories for you, but we mustn't talk about it here because they'll cancel me. Well, what can they do? Once they've thrown you in prison and thrown away the key, quite frankly, their leverage of power is a little lacking. So now it's back to you and me. The last thing I told you was I'd be back. It wasn't a threat, it was a reality. I am. One thing you could do to help me, Chunky, is press the like and subscribe button. Apparently without that these days, YouTube eviscerates you from public life and you're never seen again. And I don't want to feel like Philip Schofield after ITV. Just 3 weeks ago, the dark forces said you'll never say a word again, your books are banned, and your tour is cancelled. Well, a few legal letters later, and here I am. But before we go any further, a few words from our sponsors.
Blah, 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 blah.
Justice is the backbone of Great Britain, and it will be served.
Free speech and... Free speech is very, very... Fucking... Shut your gob.
Welcome, Paz, and welcome to the Hawaiian Ballroom. Here I am with Nostradamus reading the future. I see a young man with a micro penis making fun of the Prime Minister. I see him going straight back to prison. Piff, puff, poof. Alex! I would like to read a statement on behalf of the Toy Potter regarding the release of a young man called Alan Banfield, who was sent to prison for 45 years for downloading images of children. Oh, wait a minute, you don't go to prison for that, especially if you're from the BBC. Anyway, I would like to say how angry I and Jeremy Corbyn is that this has been allowed to happen in our great Britain. I am furious that this injustice is allowed to happen. Tell him we will not have anyone say nasty things about the Tory party, or he will go back to prison immediately to protect public safety. I thank you.
Gary, I told you to stick to football. Leave politics out of it. You'll end up in prison or sacked.
Guten Tag and Flanken in the stinken stonken the plinken plonken. Greta Thunberg here. I have been very busy on a dinghy. This, by the way, is a lovely giraffe sent by the people of Rwanda. We were going to send the dinghy divers there, but unfortunately, Rishi lost his balls. We didn't send them to Rwanda. No, we sent them to 5-star fucking hotels costing British people £8 million a day whilst pensioners starve and freeze this winter. It's going very well. Well done, Rishi. Well done, Kirkov.
Look at the nice lady part here. Stay at home, protect the NHS. Don't go anywhere near Parliament. What happened to my GB News show, by the way? That all went to shit, didn't it? Anyway, I want to wish Belfield all the best. Obviously, it didn't go very well under my leadership. He ended up in prison, but all I'll say is don't fuck with Boris.
you're all right, have you? Oh, it's great to see you, to be back. I haven't had anything to say for the last few months, have I? Been very quiet. What it is, you see, I said that wonderful Labour Party would save the country. Well, there's only one man can do that now. Look at my vodka knocks. Woo, I love a pearl necklace, me. Love a pearl necklace. Ooh, a bit, Tarquin. He's back, Belfield's back. It's wonderful news. Oh, he's a misogynist. No, he's not. He just likes the vodka knocks.
Now then, young man, you see, I turn the volume up, Tarquin. I work on behalf of the establishment, you'll see, to make sure that the nonsense don't end up on every street corner. I make the streets safe, you see. How's about that then, you see? Bang up the people, turn the fucking thing up, Tarquin. I am responsible for public safety, you see. That's why we need to get people like young Mr. Belfield banged up with a 0.17% risk. How's about that then? Goodness gracious, very naughty young man. See, don't worry about the pedos. Send everybody who is a risk to the public to jail. Those who like to speak words. Very, very naughty people who the establishment say must be banged up and must go down. Goodness gracious.
Box takers, dinghy divers, and lefties. This ain't for you. Alex Belfield's voice of reason.
Does anybody remember in 2020 when the Nottingham evil corrupt mafia police came and stole my microphone, this very microphone, 3 times during 3 illegal raids without warrants? Well, I've made it through the rain. I've had my point of view. Well, I'm going to get my point of view back. On July the 6th, the phone-in will return at 9 o'clock. It's a Sunday. Nothing gets past me. So alexbelfield.com is the only place you can hear me say what I really think, because as we know, us Lucy Conley, you can't have an opinion in 2025 or you'll be banged up. Heaven forbid I should end up in prison.
Did you hear that? That was the voice of fucking reason, wasn't it?
See, all the people from the establishment wanted was shushy, get me to go away quietly, top myself and never be seen again. Well, sorry about your luck, we're having none of that. Why? Well, I was talking about things they didn't want me to talk about, like maybe Michelle Mone. Do you remember when I had my opinions about BLM buying large mansions? They didn't like that very much now, did they? No, they didn't. By the way, I am thrilled to be back fingering my organ in my kitchen. It is very exciting. This very spot will be where the phone-in will come from in 2 weeks' time today, and there'll be no more shushy. We will use YouTube, but unfortunately it's not a place where I'm safe, as the pesky people at the papers keep trying to get me banned because they obviously are on the payroll from the dark forces. Yes, they're all in on it together to shushy people who want the old free speech. Well, you know my mate Donald Trump likes a MAGA, you see, make America great again. Well, I'm bringing back a new thing, and this one's very exciting, called Make Britain Laugh Again. MBLA. Yes, we'll have the merch and everything, because we're going to take the piss. Ridicule and mockery is the only way to teach these people a lesson, and we're going to do it. So whilst I'm fingering my organ at 9 o'clock on Sunday nights, talking and gobshouting to you, the shushy brigade will be going out of their minds, screaming, how is he talking again? Shut him up, send him back to prison. Yes, for the last 2.9 years, I've been dreaming of this moment of saying, live across the world, I'm here with you, and we are. I am back, having dreamt of the day that my free speech would return, although just 3 weeks ago, the dark forces at HMP, OMU, offensively minging and underskilled, well, this department told me, you will not be speaking. You cannot release the 6 books that you've written. By the way, I'll tell you the story of how they got written. It's exciting. They had to read them 5 times each, in and out, times 6 books. That's what I've been doing for nearly 3 years. The first one, the autobiography, is available very soon on Amazon and Kindle, and also the audiobook. It is so exciting, I'm almost half an inch. I've got to tell you, it is the hottest weekend of the year so far, and I'm sweating like a fat lass in an all-you-can-eat buffet, so we'll get on with this and not waste any time. Before we go any further, yesterday Tarquin popped in and stuck his nose through my cat flap. And this is what happened, because I want to show you why I'm not dead. Be under no delusions, that was the plan, but this is why I'm not.
Oh, hello, love.
Oh, hello! love, how are you?
Nice to see. How you been?
Oh, I've been all right. Well, not bad. Middling to fair, but a bit rough on the inside,
bit
you know.
what, dear?
Rough on the inside. So my piles, you know.
It's your pals. How are they?
They're good now. Can I cross your threshold?
Well, yes, I suppose. Have you been busy? Go on in, love. Go on in.
Oh, goodness. Should I take my shoes off?
No, you're all right.
I've got holes in my tights.
So have you been busy, love?
Oh, I've been busy. I've been rushed off my feet, love.
Your PR agency?
PR? Yes, public blooming rubbish if you ask me. It's been a nightmare.
Who have you been working with?
Hugh Deadwood. Is that his name? Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, this music's a bit loud. Let me come in, love. Come in.
I am
Yeah.
an innocent man.
No, shushy. What-
Sorry, love, I thought it was karaoke.
Who else have you been working with?
Scofie did the island with him.
Oh, you did the
Yeah,
island?
yeah. They said he was looking for a missionary, but it was a position.
Well, no man or woman's an island, but
Yeah, I know.
he's doing a passable impression. And of course, you work with Gino.
Gino, yes. His hard-boiled eggs, I thought, were a bit of a mouthful.
Okay. And you're feeling okay?
I'm feeling who I can, love, at this time of life,
And
yes.
what about me? Aren't you going to ask if I'm all right?
Well, I was going to say, how was it? I've been worried sick.
Well, when I went down, love.
I beg your pardon, love?
Just hang on. Alexa, volume up. What is this noise you keep putting on? here?
It's Billy Boyle.
Billy Boyle?
Yeah.
Oh.
I am an innocent man.
Alexa off. No, when I went down, they sent me down. My arsehole was the size of a 20p piece.
No.
And when I came out of prison, my arsehole was the size of a 50p piece.
Oh!
And I said to the governor, I'm going to sue you. Oh, he said we mustn't fall out over 30p. Right, follow me, Tarquin. Don't look that way. Whatever you do,
No.
don't go that way.
No.
Whatever you do. You didn't shut it. Tarquin,
No.
come and look at this. Look what my nice punters did for me whilst I was in the pokey.
Good Lord, I didn't know they had a letterbox that big.
You want to see my epistle? I'll show you that as well in a moment.
Oh, your enema.
Tarquin, people have saved my life. Not you, but I'm talking about my punters, the general public who kept me alive with all of this. This is my box of love that ended up on my wall of hope. I wrote this, by the way, whilst I was in the pokey, along with 5 other books, and this will be available very soon at alexbelfield.com. It's my life story up to the age of 40, when it all went a bit wrong and I ended up going down. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for saving my life. Now, the trolls, the mental medicated people, will say, oh, these aren't really all these letters. Well, they are. Thousands of them. Every single day, I had a pile of letters. I was driven by my piles, and I just want to thank everybody for being so kind. You can ask me, tell me when to stop, and I'll prove that these are all genuine things. Here we go. Well, let's see what this one. To a friend, this was lovely, and it was sent to F27 from Paula and Justin. Ah, so kind. Look at that. Let's go here. What is this? Dear Alex, I'm writing you to wish you happy birthday. This was 2023 from Angie. Thank you, sweetheart. What about this one? My lovely Valentine. Look at that. Love, Kim. That, I don't know which year that was sent. I was in for 3 years, you know, Tarquin. A beautiful card with some doggies on the front. This was from Patricia. Much love from Patricia and the Poodles. We got this one here. Ah, look at that, a love letter. Lovely Joanne sent that one, very kind. More Valentines, who's this one from? Very nice shield, thank you, my darling. How kind are people? This was from Phil, and wrote a beautiful note, so kind. When something horrible happens to you, like you end up in prison over words, opposed to if I were, for example, buying children being raped on video, I would have been at home. Well, I ended up in prison for 2.9 years, where I wrote 6 books and spent my whole day just reading every beautiful letter and replying to every single one of them. This is a gorgeous one from Janine. This is a lovely one from Steve and Freddie. Just look at these beautiful notes they wrote. Every day kept my heart alive, Tarquin. Lovely photo there. I've kept everything. Not all of them were saved. The Dark Forces at HMP nicked a load of them, especially at Fossway just before I left. We're still awaiting those. That's all in Leeds who sent that. Lovely Les Dawson. This one's from Steph. This one is from Ben. I can't show you the front of it because of addresses. I'm having to be very careful. But I assure you, these are all beautiful notes sent from the kindest souls. And this is wonderful, John and she. Absolutely amazing. Amanda wrote that one. Of course, emails were the big way people contacted me. And this was from Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. This one's from Lucy. Lovely Lucy Allsop. She was amazing through the whole thing. But you might think this is amazing. All of this. Zoom in. Show them, Tarpin. No, not the book. I'm talking about the lovely letters. Just piles and piles and piles of letters. No, this isn't everything. Follow me, Tarpin. Come on. Go that way out there. Come on. Look at this. This is the real mailbag. Look at all of this. Thousands and thousands and thousands of letters from gorgeous, amazing people. Show them, Tarquin. I've told you more than once. You must show the people. Now, the mental medicator trolls will say he's lying. Look, they've all got my address on, all of them. My address, letter after letter after letter. People were so kind. Tell me when to stop. I'll pick any one out you want of the thousands of letters and cards. Let's go to this pile here. These are some Easter cards. Look at this one. Best wishes. A beautiful Easter card. That's from Denise. Gorgeous Denise sent this one. Another Easter card here. More Easter cards. This is just the most beautiful thing that lifted my heart. On a dark day, on a sad day, I would get this and I would feel amazing. Look at this one. Somebody's hand-drawn this beautiful card. Let's see who that's from. Gorgeous Adele. Adele did this. Beautiful lady down in Leicester. More cards. You don't believe me? You want to go through some more? Come on then. Tell me when to stop. Anywhere here. Where do you want them?
There you go.
There?
Yeah.
They're here? Okay. Let's see who this one's from. Beautiful Carrie. Thank you, Carrie, for that one. Let's go to the pile of letters. Who have we got here? Lee. Thank you, Lee, for this beautiful note. What a kind guy. Wrote several times, as did many angels. John. Thank you, John, in Blackpool. Let's see who this is from. Mike P. Thank you, Mike. What an angel you were, keeping my heart alive through the entire kidnapping and hostage situation. Mick Taylor. What a top man. Let's see who's here, Tarquin. Beautiful note. Davidina. Thank you, Davidina. Here's one from Clint. My mate Clint. Thank you, my mate. He writes outrageous stuff that managed to get past. These were two angels. This is Angela and her beautiful, lovely handwriting with her husband Jim, who wrote to me virtually every single week. So kind. Patty, of course, was gorgeous. She sent me cards every single week. Thank you. Thank you so much. Who is this from? Adam. Thank you, Adam, for your wonderful card. Let's look here. A pussycat and a doggy. Let's see who wrote that one. That was from Patty Bending. Gorgeous Patty. Thank you, my darling. Let's go here. You don't believe me? Come, Tarquin, look, I've told you 30
It's unbelievable.
times. Look
Unbelievable.
Look.
The support you've had. And none of it's surgical.
I beg your pardon?
Surgical.
Stop it. You're being outrageous and I won't stand for it. These are boxes full. These came transferred. Show them, Tarquin. Here, look. These were transferred from Stockton to Five Wells. Boxes and boxes full of gorgeous letters, cards, Christmas cards. Merry Christmas. Who's this from? Soph, the beautician in Huddersfield. Thank you, my darling. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who are upset because I haven't been able to read yours out, but I just want you to know you saved my life. Carol, thank you, my darling. Just such kindness. Every day, Tarquin, I would sit there. Lovely Diane, so kind, writing and replying to all these people. Let me show you more, if you don't believe me. What is that one? There you go. Prisoner A4747EW. Alex Belfield. These were just every single day. People saved my life. From abroad as well. That was timely. We had a ton of stuff from America and Australia. People spent a fortune and I will never forget it. So now it's time for me to repay you and it's time to return to the voice of reason. I would really appreciate it if we could shed some light on the situation and press the like and subscribe button, because apparently without that these days they shush you. Like and subscribe, please, to YouTube. That would help. And alexbelfield.com will be back up and running very, very soon. Don't you worry about that. I just don't have enough thank yous in the world or time to say thanks to all those who saved my life, literally, whether it was the real friends and family who turned up at the prison, whether it was my amazing team of angels who kept me alive with those letters day in and day out, or indeed the teams of HMP staff who had to read through the books, through the 5 drafts, to decide whether there was anything inappropriate. And by the way, in thousands of letters and 6 books times 5 drafts, which they had to read word for word, they found nothing. Nothing was ever pulled. Interestingly, where I'm at is a 0.17% risk to the public, yet you would think that I am Wayne Couzens' ugly twin, according to the whoop-de-doo that the MOJ is making. They've put their line in the sand and they want me to believe that I am still of risk to the public. And that's why prior to my ejaculation from pleasuring His Majesty, they said you wouldn't be seen in public ever again. Well, the lawyers put paid to that. Free speech does, in fact, cover you once you get out, as Tommy proved in court just a few weeks ago. I haven't had to go that far yet, but it's going to take time and we're going to have to be careful because the dark forces right now are trying to get this video taken down, along with all the rest of the videos, because once I'm not seen, they hope that I disappear, which is what the whole plan to send me to prison was about. Well, sorry about your luck, that didn't work. We are back together and we will be daily with the news at alexbelfield.com. The books and the tour will be at alexbelfield.com, and the boys are working on it 24/7 to get it back up and running so that we can get back with my much beloved phone-in, the favourite thing that I've ever done in my life, on Wednesday and Sunday nights at 9. Their plan to destroy me, to break me, and to have me quivering in the corner, shaking like a fart head, has failed. As you'll read in my 4 books about the prison service during a prison's crisis, what kind of dickhead would put a journalist in a prison to write books when it's admitted to be absolutely in collapse, ran by total imbeciles, not my opinion, that of the state, who are currently releasing very violent people because they have no room, yet they have room for 10,000 foreign nationals who they could send home, but they choose not to. I'll talk about that at alexbelfield.com.
He's talking about when he's still boasting about 40 new hospitals is beyond me, but that's not why you rang in.
So that's about the size of it for now. I've got a very big surprise coming for you at YouTube, but alexbelfield.com is the only place you're going to get the morning news of half an hour, you're going to get the phone in, and you're going to get all the shenanigans and anything that's breaking. The only place that I can be me, truly, and say what I think, because as I've proved during this video, they are not going to stop. This has not gone to plan, and I, right now, am meant to be 10 toes up, not sat here talking to you. And talking of which, a note to the trolls, the mental medicated people that are pretending to be my friend when I've never seen you since I was 20 years old. You need to delete your stuff and apologise and explain, because next week I'm going to the police. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, and it is not right, fair or acceptable that somebody can put hours of material up who you haven't met in 25 years and other people who you've never met or spoken to at all want to claim that you're stalking them. I've had enough of this bullshit, and the police will have to step in, because it would only be right, wouldn't it, that justice is fair, that justice is balanced, and justice is across the board. So I accept the cards that I was dealt, and let's hope that the police will do the right thing to stop those lying, cheating bastards who want to pretend that they know me and are my friend, when in fact I haven't spoken to them in 25 years. Karma is a bitch, and I believe ultimately you are defined by your true character. And my true character is that of a man that wants to make people laugh and wants to tell the truth, and has been rewarded with more love than I could have ever dreamed of in my life. I'm sorry to my mum and dad and my sister and my nephew and my family who had to endure far worse pain than I did. Prison is a piece of piss, but emotionally it's torturous, especially when you miss 4 funerals. There are people who have passed who I wanted to say goodbye to. I didn't get the opportunity. But on a day-to-day basis, trust me, prison is not what you think it is, and that's what I'll be revealing in the 4 books and telling you at alexbelfield.com. But as for the torture that my family have been through, they didn't deserve it, and I would like to publicly apologise to them and thank them for coming to these horrible places. These places where you're frisked by perverts who want to touch you as you come in and touch you as you go out. I personally enjoy it, because any personal contact at my time of life is, of course, wonderful. However, if it weren't for people like my mum and dad and sister and you and my entire family and friends I didn't know I had, and by the way, you find out who your friends are when you go through something like this. Lots of phone calls coming in from people I haven't heard of from 3 years who want the scoop. Well, you can mind your own fucking business. That won't be happening. I also want to thank my team, who have been incredible. Big Bone Gene was the manuscript mule who had to get the books, transcripts out, all the written stuff by hand, and then Dame Jan had to type it up on the tippy-tappy and then send it back in for them to read it, for me to change it, to then read it on the way out to change it, and that went on for 2 2.5 years or more. Thank you to Nick and James on the website and Hayden and all the team at VOR who have kept the candle flickering. I couldn't do it without them. As well as other angels like Anne and Steve and Annika and Giles, who I spoke to every day in the pokey, I'd also like to thank the lags themselves. I never had a problem with the cons. I used to walk around the 5 prisons that I was hostage at with a folder under my arm like Celia Imrie, looking like I ran the place. Mind you, there were a lot of morons in charge, so that didn't take a lot. But I can tell you that every single day I felt safe and protected by men who had got my back. I want to thank some of the select staff at these prisons who were also amazing. I can't name them because they'll be sacked because, of course, they're not allowed to have compassion and empathy and do their job properly. The bosses like them to be bullies and make us all feel like scum-sucking pond life. Well, unfortunately for them, I met some really lovely people who I will never forget. So thank you to everybody who got me through the last 3 years of what they hoped would be hell. Will we make it through the next 2.9 years without going back to the pokey? It's unlikely in this climate. This is the time for you and I to be together in a place where we're safe, and that is only at alexbelfield.com. I'm not safe on here. The saboteurs are right now trying to get me cancelled and using their influence. Lest we forget, the Times had us demonetised here, the same people who brought down Russell Brand. We know that the local newspaper are absolutely obsessed with destroying my character, my reputation, and my business. This is my business. This is my job. It's all I've done for 30 years. 30 years in show business in 2025, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my legacy, what I've achieved, the people I've entertained and made to laugh, and also the live audiences who have given me more joy than I could explain. But there's been a real price for this. I want to thank those loyal sweethearts who have stuck by me. Miss Hopkins, of course, has been amazing. I gave her break after 5 years of not working and put her on a stage, and since then she's taken the reins and proved what a star she is. What an amazing talent, a funny lady who is just doing gangbusters. And we will be back. 2 Gobshites Live will return to Blackpool next year, and I can't wait. She's been an amazing friend. So many of you have kept my heart alive. Those letters, you have no idea. When you are isolated and you are captive and kidnapped by the state and held hostage, the only thing that keeps you going is love and support. And every single day, I had letter after letter and email after email. So I thank you. And I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So the party begins. We move on. We draw a line under the past. And we begin The Voice of Reason 2025 at alexbelfield.com. I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Anyway, that's not why you called.
Guardian readers, ambivalacious types, and champagne sippers, switch off now. Alex Belfield's Voice of Reason.
Did you hear that? That was the voice of fucking reason, wasn't it?
My